project, it was named after Adam Little and Garrett Wonders, which is where I got both of their last names, the Little Wonders Project. Both of them were hit and killed by motorists while riding their bicycles, and I decided to ride my bicycle across the country to dedicate or honor my friend who passed away, and it was his life goal. The plan originally was that I was just going to bike across country, and my friend Josh was going to drive his Jeep at the time, and it was going to be like a SAG vehicle or a support vehicle. So we had about 5 people at one point wanting to join in, and we obviously couldn't take a truck or a Jeep, so we decided to look into a van, which then turned into, let's get a small school bus, and that turned into, well, let's just get a full-size school bus and turn it into an RV and kind of be our home on the road while we're raising money for both guys who passed. One was the Garrett Wonders Memorial Fund, and now Adam Little Foundation, and they have billboards that have gone up all around North Carolina, pretty much just asking motorists to give like 3 feet of room and stuff like that. So I know half of the money that was donated went to one of those billboards. We started in Charleston, South Carolina in the middle of August, and I chose Charleston because that's where Garrett Wonders was hit and killed. And they have dedicated a bicycle lane on the Ravenel Bridge, which used to be the Cooper River Bridge that connects Selwyn's Island to Charleston Lane. And then we ended in Morro Bay, which is about 200 miles south of San Francisco, the middle of November. So it took exactly 3 months to the day. I honestly didn't ride at all for months leading up to it, and about a week before I decided I should probably start biking, so I would just do like 20-mile bike rides to Blowing Rock and back. But the first week of the trip was kind of what put me in place and let me know what physical level I was at, especially dealing with the heat. It was Josh, Chloe, Ben, and Trevor and myself, and we met up with 2 cyclists in Colorado, one who was biking from Colorado to California and another who was biking from Greensboro to California. So we traveled with them for a few weeks, and we also picked up 2 French Canadians who were hitchhiking across the country, and they traveled with us. So at one point we had a total of 8 people traveling on the school bus. On average, I would bike 60 miles a day. It took 60 days total to do it that were biking days, 3 months total for the whole trip. It was 3,600 miles total. We'd go about 20 miles and stop and get water and food, and the bus would be there waiting for me, and then do another 20 miles, they'd stop again and wait for me. And so we did that about 3 times a day, and everyone that we met was very interested in what we're doing, wanted to know why we're traveling in a school bus, why we decided to ride across country. A lot of people would end up taking us to their house and cooking us dinner and letting us stay there and giving us, a comfortable bed, not a 3-foot wide bunk bed. But so the generosity and the people that we met in every state along the way was memorable, for sure. I think bicycle safety is something that will always be a large part of my life and who I am and what is important to me, and how we have become so distracted while driving these 2-ton machines, and cyclists are viewed more as something that's in the way, or someone who's slowing someone down from getting to work. But a cyclist is a person who's deciding to get somewhere differently, and the distractions that we have with cell phones and radios and just even friends in the car, we're not really thinking ever about the few seconds that could change someone's life. And my friends, they're a father and a husband to someone and someone's son, and I can't do anything about that now, but they have a huge impact on a lot of people's lives because of it. And yeah, it'll always be a huge part of my life.